Off with WBAL Radio in Baltimore. What do you like best about your team right now as you've been preparing to get ready for this stretch of Big Ten games?
Yeah, I think the continuity in minutes has been really good. I think guys have gotten comfortable with their roles and where shots are coming, and I think they're much more comfortable right now with how to play and what to do than they were, say, a month ago.
How important is it for your guys inside to really cut down those lanes for that ball to get inside to kind of jam things up with their length?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's tough because you got Fletcher Lawyer out there. You obviously have Braden Smith, who both are shooting at an extremely high level. I think the addition of Lance Jones has really changed their team. It's given them another dynamic guard that can not only shoot the basketball, but can really drive the basketball. You got to do your best with Edey. I mean, we'll try, we're going to try to keep it as tight as possible, but he's still going to get his points. So you really got to sit there and say, okay, you can't let Lawyer and Smith and these guys just get open shots because, they've improved so much from last year. It's actually fun to see how much better they are from last year. So we'll try to keep it tight, but they make it very difficult on you.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, our next question will be from Chris Heidel.
Hey, Coach. It's Chris Heidel from Purdue Radio in Baltimore. When you take on Purdue tomorrow night, and they're number one in the country, what do they look like this year? Because I know last year at this time they were number one, coming to start Big Ten play.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing. The biggest difference that I've seen from last year to this year, obviously, I think the two guards have vastly improved. They are playing at a really, really high level, not only offensively but defensively. But I think the addition of Lance Jones is a monumental difference maker because now they're bringing three guys off the bench that started last year. Off the bench. And so, I mean, it's amazing. They come in with two really, really good defenders. They bring Gillis off the bench, who's a great shooter, a relentless rebounder. I thought last year when they went to their bench, you could take advantage of them. I think their best lineup is actually when their three guys come off the bench with Edey. I just think they get better defensively. They shoot the basketball a little better. They've gone on some huge runs with their bench in the game where that just didn't happen last year. So they're not so reliant on Zack and Braden Smith of doing everything. Their bench guys are coming in and playing at an extremely high level. And I think if you look at who they've played and who they've beat, you can see that's why.
And if I can follow up real quick, your non-conference schedule, a big win against UCLA on the road in Los Angeles, all the big games as well. What did you guys learn from your non-conference schedule to help you with this big, tough Big Ten schedule?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we play two Big Ten games early in December, I think the two early Big Ten games really help figure some things out for us. Obviously, playing a very big and physical Indiana team on the road, and then playing Penn State at home. I think those two games really helped us grow more than any non-conference game. I think we really were able to kind of focus in on some major issues and really correct some things and get better at some things after those two Big Ten games.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guy.
All right, our next question is from Nikki Walcott. And remember, for everyone else, just raise your hand and I'll call on you.
Hi, Kevin. I know you've mentioned just how much Purdue's guards have really improved from last year. Whereas, at the time after last year's game, you kind of mentioned that, you might be willing to live with the ball in Braden Smith's hands, especially just as a freshman early in Big Ten play. Just how has their kind of improvement affected just the challenge they bring, and how does that kind of affect your approach heading into this game?
Yeah, I mean, Braden Smith is, I would put him as one of the best guards in the country. The way he's playing right now, and the guys that he has played against, to see what his numbers are scary, considering the fact that they've really tested themselves in the non-conference schedule. And, I think the difference with Fletcher Lawyer is he's so much more consistent this year in my eyes. He gets an open look and he's going to make it. I think those two guys have really taken so much pressure off everybody else. And it seems like everyone else is playing so free because those two guys are playing at such an elite level. And like I said, it's been fun to see them from where they were last year to where they are now. It's, Matt's done a phenomenal job of really improving those two guys.
Bruce, I think I saw you manually raise your hand.
Yes, I did. Coach, talk about Zack EBedding for a second. His growth. I mean, it seems to me like he's been there for 8 years. And has he developed to the point now? I always find it impossible that the pros aren't coming after him. But has he gotten that much better this year that you hear rumors that now there's a lot of interest?
You know what? If I was an NBA GM, I'd have that kid on my roster. He's got great hands. He can pass it. I think, obviously he's not an elite shot blocker, but he moves well. The biggest thing I've seen him is he's going over both shoulders much better than he was last year. Again, I just think he's a guy, if you look at as many games as he's won in his college career and where he was as a freshman to where he is now, if I was an NBA GM, I wouldn't even hesitate to put him on my roster. There's definitely situations where he could help. The NBA games changed dramatically. The days of Patrick Ewing and Hakeem Olajuwon aren't really around anymore, but he would cause a matchup nightmare, and he can get you a bucket pretty much any time he wants. So I think he's an elite level player.
All right, our next question will be from Eli Cohen.
Hey, Coach, I know Jameer obviously missed the Coppin State game. Do you have any update on how he's been feeling and how he's looked over the last few days of practice?
Yeah, he's Jameer's doing well. He's got back into practice the last couple of days. We've been slow with him because he did have a really bad flu. He missed quite a bit of time, but the great thing about Jameer is he's such a well-conditioned athlete that he's able to bounce back. So he's looked good in practice.
Eli, any other follow-ups there? Okay.
Yeah, I guess just separately, you mentioned that you can't completely stop a guy like Zack EBedding, but what do you think is key for the forwards and Juju to do to limit him to the best of their abilities?
Yeah, pray. I mean, just look at his numbers. Like I said, it's his numbers are ridiculous. And again, the competition he's gone against, everyone's throwing double teams, triple teams. It's the big thing for us is just, we try to get early position. Hopefully we can get a dislodging call on him maybe once or twice to make sure, to hold our ground. I think he does a great job of really dislodging people and getting the position he wants. I think we're going to have to try to, get a call here or there, and try to work early to not let him get such deep post position. Because once he gets it deep, he's developed both the right hand and left hand hook tremendously.
All right. Any more questions for Coach? All right. If not, Coach, thank you for your time. If everyone else can stay on the line, I'll have the players in just a second. All right, Jameer should be in here in just 1 second. All right, everyone, we have Jameer here with us. Scott, you want to lead us off, and then everyone else just raise your hands. We'll call on you.
Hey, Jameer, Scott Wyckoff with WBAL Radio in Baltimore. How fired up are you to be back on the court after having that bout of the flu, and fired up to be playing this great Purdue team at home?
Yeah, first off, it's a great opportunity for us. I had a little cold for a couple of days, so I'm just glad to be back. I'm glad to be on our home floor, and I'm ready to get out there with the guys. So I'm ready for Big Ten play.
Last year's game against Purdue at Xfinity Center, I mean, the crowd was so much behind you guys. Why is it that that crowd is so important, and what is it that they give you that helps you guys play so well?
Yes, I mean our crowd is, our heart and soul. Just coming in here, just showing their support. Always being, loyal to us and always coming in and supporting us. We just want to go out there and play the best we can for them. They give us energy. They have a big uh, influence on the runs that happen in the game as well. So just them being in there and the energy and the atmosphere, it gives us more energy, and that's why we love them.
What do you like best about your team right now as you get ready to go against Purdue and get into the heart of really the Big Ten schedule?
Yeah, really just our competitive nature, just our focus and practice. You could tell everybody's, bought in, everybody's locked in, everybody wants to win. So everybody knows how important Big Ten play is. So everybody's just been locked in, and I love to see that from our team.
Thanks a lot, Jameer.
Appreciate it.
All right, our next question will be from Nikki.
Hi, Jameer. Willard kind of talked about how he thinks Purdue's guard play has improved a lot over the past year. I just coming into this season's game after the success you all had last year against them, do you think they kind of present a different challenge than last year, and has that kind of altered preparation in any way compared to last season?
Yeah, I would say definitely the guard play. They definitely have, up their game a notch. From being freshmen to now both of them being sophomores. Both of them just maturing and getting to their spots. The game seems like it's slowing down for them. So just more focused on them. Can't let them get high. Can't let them get going. So they're definitely our eyes are definitely on them. They definitely improved. So just trying to do our game plan and follow the scout.
All right, next from Natalie.
Hey, Jameer, well, you're a veteran guy. Can you just touch on just the competitive nature of the Big Ten itself and how important it is to garner momentum here now that you're starting this big stretch of Big Ten games?
Yeah, it's very important. Stuff definitely for the future, when it comes to March, but definitely now just trying to win these home games, win as much as we can. We know how hard it is on the road, so all of these games are important. I learned that last year, so just coming in, we're 1-1 in conference, just trying to have the best, do the best that we can from here on out.
And your coach, he mentioned the best way to kind of contain a guy like Zack EBedding is to pray. Your response to that, and what are you thinking is the key here tomorrow?
Yeah, he's such a force. He's so dominant. So, our focus is going to be devoted to him. So, just trying to slow him down, make it as hard as possible. Don't give him any easy looks. Really just try to throw off his rhythm, give him different reads, give him different looks, just to make him think. And he's so dominant. So, coach said pray. That's funny, but yeah.
Thanks.
Any other questions for Jameer? Oh, there you are. Is that Eli?
Yeah, Jameer, just being sort of halfway through the season, getting into the full stretch of conference play here, just reflecting on the season thus far, what have been some of your major takeaways, and how do you hope to take that forward the rest of the way?
Yeah, no, I mean, I just take away our growth, just from struggling early to now winning 5 straight. Just looking to build on that. Our team has, gotten better throughout the year. We're still striving to be better. So that's what I'm really focused on. That's what we're really focused on, just continue to get better and to continue to try to pull out these wins.
Bruce? Bruce, did you have a question? Posner?
I'm sorry, Jameer, your game against UCLA was more than special. Was that the best game, in your opinion, you've ever had? And what was special about that night Was it motivation from last year? Was it you just got in a rhythm? It was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just say a combination. I mean, first just thanks to God for allowing me to play that game. Going out there and playing my hardest, playing my best with my teammates. My teammates putting me in position to be successful as well. So, I mean, hats off to them. It's not really all on me, but you know, my teammates just being there for me. You know, putting me in the best position to be successful. But really, yeah, that's definitely that's probably my best game so far in my college career. Just yeah, I had a rhythm going early, and you know, just was playing, just the will to win. Just motivation from last year as well. So it was just a combination.
Is the way Coach Willard isolated you in the final minutes something you practice a lot? You know, for those big shots because it was pretty successful.
Yeah. Just practicing over and over, just doing those plays in practice, getting to my spots. If I shoot a shot in a game, I probably shot it, you know, 1,000 times before. So that's where the confidence comes from, and I just go out there and play my game.
All right. Anything else for Jameer? All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll have Dante Scott right now.
Thank you.
A little taller than Jameer. Scott, you want to lead us off?
Sure. Dante Scott Wyckoff with WBAL Radio in Baltimore. How important is it for you, this Big Ten schedule? I mean, you've got a lot of experience playing in these games, and you know what it takes. How fired up are you to get this thing going this year?
Really fired up. We're starting off with a really good team and starting off with the #1 ranked team in the country, and nothing else but to be excited. Nothing else to be amped up to get ready to play Big Ten and take on some of the best in the country.
How important is the crowd at Xfinity Center? I mean, we saw what happened last year and how you guys fueled off them. How important is it, and why do they mean so much to you?
It's very important. They mean so much to us because, you know, they give us energy. You know, they pick us up when we're down. You know, they try to throw the other teams off, and they really give us energy, and they really bring it every day when they you know, see us on the court, and they always have our backs when we're on the court, and they give us that extra boost of energy. So.
And finally, what's it like for you playing in a game with Zack EBedding on the court? Because you're one of those guys who's both out in the front court, but also you can get down and mix it up with him on the blocks.
I mean, he's a good player, really good player. Really, really talented, big guy. But it's gonna be a challenge to really get down there, you know, because now that I've been dropping weight and stuff like that. But I'm get in there and fight, you know, and I think it should be a little bit of a matchup difference when I step out on the wing. So
Thanks a lot. Good luck.
Natalie?
Hey, Dante, could you just talk about just the growth and evolution you've seen from just the team in this season? You know, you had that 3-game skid at the beginning of the year. A lot of people said this isn't the same team that we saw last year, but you guys have obviously hit your stride. So just talk to us about the growth you've seen from this team so far.
I mean, Coach already said it that we weren't gonna have maybe the start that everybody wanted. I mean, it's not the same team. You bring in new players, you bring in younger players. You gotta maneuver and find ways to win. And you know, we had a really older team last year, and that really helped a lot. But now it's time to figure out where to go from here when we got those younger players in. I think we've been filling in the pieces where we need to be, and I feel like we just really been growing in the right direction. Got a lot of guys picking up their play, a lot of guys understanding what they have to do, and a lot of guys trying to step into roles that they know that they got need to for us to win. So.
When it comes to the mental toughness of this team, you say you're able to kind of maneuver and navigate the ups and the downs. Where would you say the guys' just mental game is right now?
I feel like our mental game is really locked on just next game after next. Because that's the only thing we can really do is take it day after day. But I think these guys are really just focused on trying to win and really trying to make the best of the season. So.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions for Dante? Going once, going twice. All right, thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Dante, hold on one sec.